What's up, everybody? This is Dayson Civil of Civil Days Music and Sound Design. And I wanted to take the time out to give you 5 tips about learning how to arrange your music. My step 1 would be understand song structure. How do you understand song structure? You listen to music. You got to understand that there's an intro, there's a beginning to music. As well, you have your chorus, you have your verse, you have vamps, you have bridges, you have B sections, you have the ends of songs. You have to learn the structure and how certain songs are arranged. My step 2 would be use references. What do I mean by use references? I mean listen to all types of music. Hear how music starts. Hear how music conveys emotion. Hear how music goes from one section to the next. Understand that sometimes there may be a B section or a pre-chorus before the chorus actually comes in. When James Brown used to say, "Take me to the bridge," the music was either going up or down in a key signature. So that's how you learn. Use reference materials. My step 3, practice. You gotta practice. This should be the last step, but I'm gonna make it the 3rd step because you should practice. What I mean by practice, you practice arranging, practice building. After you get the reference songs from listening to songs like Barry White or listen to your favorite producer or listen to other genres of music, then you go and you practice arranging songs in that manner. Now, most of us are so into just playing on our drum machines or in our DAW or just beating out rhythms or sampling that we don't think about how emotion is conveyed. You know, when you go to a ride or a roller coaster, it doesn't just start off boom. No, as soon as you get on that roller coaster, it takes you slowly up. Then you get to a peak. Once you get to a peak, boom, it takes you down. Then you go for the ride, twists and turns. And then towards the end, it begins to slow down. It will slow down in the middle because it wants to take you back on that ride again. And then it twists and turns and takes you to all different places, and then finally it ends. You got to think of your music as the same way, and that's what arranging does. My step 4 is don't be afraid to add new elements or try new arrangements with your songs. That could be adding a sound here, taking a sound out here, putting a break here, making your chords lower, or doing different things. Don't be afraid to experiment, because in experimenting, that's when you find out something new. Case in point, I was making trap music on the side when I was doing hip hop. This was at a time when everybody was like, trap music sucks. But I started doing the drum rolls like Drummer Boy. I started doing the drum rolls and learning how to do the drum rolls in my MPC 4000. That helped me to give more life to my music when I started doing hip hop again, because I started putting the same rolls that I learned from Drummer Boy and doing trap music inside of my hip hop. And it just made it feel like a real drummer was adding rolls to the drums. So don't be afraid to experiment. Lastly, I would say arrange for emotion. You heard me say this before, but make sure you arrange your music for emotion. When you arrange your music for emotion, you're not considering yourself, you are considering the listener. Our biggest flaw as music producers or as beat makers is we think about ourselves over the listener. Great songs have been made because the artist and the producer and the arranger and composer have thought about the listener. The reason we like most movies like Batman, and the reason why these movies are successful is because the composer and the arranger thinks about their audience. What can I do to best uplift this scene, or best give life to the scene, or tell the story through the music? Let your music tell a story. Learn how to arrange. This is Dayson Civil with Civil Days Music and Sound Design.